The world is ending. At your door, a stranger begs for help. Are they a human survivor or a monster wearing their skin? If you let them in, they might kill everyone in your house. But if you turn them away and choose to be alone, another kind of monster is guaranteed to come for you. In this world, paranoia can make you a killer, but trust can get you killed. Hi everyone, I'm NotWalm, and today we're breaking down the complete story and all 10 endings of the newly released psychological horror game, No, I'm Not a Human. We'll explore every path from creating a perfect sanctuary to becoming a killer and uncover the secret truths of the apocalypse. So let's welcome our guests and let's get started. Our story follows an antisocial introverted man who finds the company of others to be a chore and prefers solitude in his remote farmhouse. His world is shattered when his friendly neighbor rushes over with a terrifying warning about a dual apocalypse. By day, the sun has become so hot it burns people alive, forcing a national emergency. And by night, strange entities that mimic humans called visitors emerge from the ground to hunt. The neighbor explains the most important rule of this world: you cannot be alone. A tall, pale monster specifically targets and kills those who are isolated. These visitors seem to operate under a strange curse. They cannot harm homeowners who have guests over. If you are alone, they will invite themselves in and make you disappear. This forces our protagonist to go against his very nature. But to survive, his house of solitude must become a sanctuary for strangers. As the first night passes, the protagonist's home becomes a revolving door of desperate survivors. He is forced to become an interrogator, using vague and often useless clues from the news, like unrealistic white teeth or dirt under the nails, to decide who lives and who dies. He quickly learns that looks are deceiving. An intimidating man is actually a hero who was kicked out of a bar for trying to stop the panic, while a frail old woman is a deadly visitor in disguise who will kill other guests if left unchecked. The house is filled with suspicious characters. While paranoia builds inside the house, the world outside completely falls apart. The protagonist watches in horror as teenagers in his fields are brutally killed, and later he sees his kind neighbor's house burning in the distance, leaving him with a profound sense of loss and helplessness. The government agency FEMA proves to be just as threatening. Instead of offering help, their agents arrive to abduct one of his guests for testing, promising they'll return. A lie that leaves the protagonist even more vulnerable. The story reaches its breaking point with two final confrontations. A thin, tall, pale man finally comes to the door, his skin stretched unnaturally, and asks the question that matters: are you alone? Soon after, the neighbor's daughter arrives crying hysterically that a strange man killed her father right in front of her before burning their house down. With his only friend dead, his house filled with suspicious survivors, and a powerful faction closing in, the protagonist is left with a series of impossible choices. The path he takes from this moment, who he trusts, which side he joins, and the secrets he uncovers will lead him to one of 10 different endings. With the core story and lore explained, let's break down every single way your apocalypse journey can end, using the new confirmed methods for unlocking them. Survive to the end. This is the best possible outcome, the perfect good ending. To achieve it, you must survive all 14 days by successfully identifying every single visitor who comes to your door and turning them away, while also making sure every human you let in survives. It requires near-perfect judgment and a bit of luck, but it proves you can maintain your humanity and create a true sanctuary in the middle of an apocalypse. Survive with impostors. This is a more common and morally complex survival ending. You reach the 14-day mark, but you've unknowingly or even knowingly allowed visitors to remain among your human survivors. While this path locks you out of the perfect ending, it rewards you for your compassion, suggesting that in this world, kindness might be more important than being right. Super Impostor gets you. This is the game's way of punishing absolute paranoia. If you refuse to let anyone into your home, you will be completely alone on night 4, when a powerful intruder attacks. Because you have no guests to protect you, you are killed instantly. This ending serves as a crucial lesson. Isolation is a death sentence, and you are forced to take calculated risks on other people to survive. Welcome to FEMA. This ending is achieved by becoming an informant for the government. To get it, you must acquire 2 FEMA tickets and hand them out to 2 separate guests. Afterwards, you must call the FEMA hotline at 000-451 and specifically ask them about the ear sign you saw on TV. This proves your cooperation and initiates your recruitment into the agency. Cultists. To get this bizarre ending, you must fully commit to the death cult. You need to accept 3 other cultist members into your house and, most importantly, keep them alive and safe for 3 full days. After this period, the leader will arrive and invite you to join their final ritual. Agreeing to his offer will unlock this strange, otherworldly conclusion. Vigilante Rampage. This is the ending for players who prefer a more aggressive approach. To trigger it, you must survive long enough for the armed vigilante to visit you a second time. When he does, you have to show a sign that you could be a potential visitor. This can be done by telling him about one of the physical signs you've observed, like having white teeth. Assuming you're a visitor, he'll turn on you. The Killer. This is the game's judgment on your paranoia. If you let your fear take over and kill every single guest, human or not, from day 7 through day 9, the game ends. You don't survive to the end. You are branded a murderer, showing that your terror has turned you into a monster, far worse than any visitor. Fatal Child. This is a secret ending that requires a specific set of actions. First, you must let this woman into your house. After 2 or 3 days, her stomach will gruesomely burst open, releasing a small childlike creature. You must then find this child 3 times in its hiding spots: behind the curtain in the bedroom, on the chandelier in the living room, and under the bathtub. Once you found it for the 3rd time, approaching your front door at night will trigger this disturbing conclusion. Entrance to Death. This strange ending is one of the most hidden in the game. First, you must complete all of the tasks given to you by the mysterious bald man who appears at your door. This will grant you the ability to dig in your basement. After digging through the dirt floor and discovering a cave, you must speak to a miner through a crack in the wall. When you speak to him again the next day, a new path will open. Following it and jumping into a deep hole will unlock this secret ending. Mushroom. To get this ending, you have to follow a very specific ritual. On day 5, a mushroom picker will visit you. After he leaves, you must read the piece of paper on your bedroom. Go to the basement to collect a strange mushroom, and then eat the mushroom from your fridge. The next day, an apple will appear next to a statue in your house. You must eat it. On the following day, you have to interact with the clock in your bedroom. After all this, the mushroom picker will return. Agree to go with him and you will unlock the game's final mind-bending secret. So what is the ultimate story of No, I'm Not a Human? It's a horror game that explains how paranoia itself is the true monster. The game's endings show that there is no single right way to survive a crisis. If you give in to fear and choose absolute isolation, the super imposter kills you. But if you let the paranoia run wild and kill too many innocent people, you become a murderer, turning into the very thing you were trying to fight. Your choices with the different factions also explore the human need to find order in chaos. Siding with FEMA represents a trust in government authority, even when their methods seem suspicious. Following the cultists shows a turn towards faith and the supernatural when the real world becomes too terrifying. And the vigilante ending is a dark lesson in unintended consequences. By trying to prove you know how to hunt monsters, you accidentally make him hunt you, exploring what happens when brutal justice turns on everyone. But the game's biggest secret completely changes what we think the story is about. The mushroom ending reveals a hidden fungal element to the apocalypse. This suggests that the human-like visitors might not be the true cause of the end of the world, but merely a symptom of a much larger, stranger, and possibly unknown catastrophe. All of the trust and betrayal might be insignificant in the face of a cosmic horror we don't yet understand. But let me know your theories. Drop all your thoughts down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into No, I'm Not a Human, Please be sure to smash that like button, share and subscribe for more explorations of dark and fascinating horror games. Thanks for watching, I'm NotWalm, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe, and remember that the real monster isn't always the one at your door.